I know nothing about this.
I was talking about research for a novel.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. We are expecting one more co-host.
Yes.
She'll roll in at some point. Two of the people who are on the thumbnail can't make it, but that's okay. We still love them.
Yep.
Intros. So Anna, you're first.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. My name is Anna Robbins. I'm a fantasy writer, and I make the occasional YouTube video every now and again. And yeah, that's me.
If your pet shows up, you can also do an introduction for your pet. Not necessary.
Yeah, he's in the other room right now, or he'd be chewing on my leg. But
hi, I'm Barrett. I am a kidlit writer that is trying to be traditionally published. So far, that's like a dumpster fire. So there should be a book by like 2030, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I do on my channel. I do mostly live stream author interviews. We do Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month, which is a lot of fun. So come check us out for that. And occasionally I do videos on Crohn's disease because I have that too. There she is. And that's me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chandra Arthur. I am a science fiction, fantasy, and historical fiction writer. I also have an AuthorTube channel and Twitch where I stream live every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 on either YouTube or Twitch. I also post new videos every Wednesday and Friday, so definitely come check those out. Now on to the actually important stuff. This is Dobby Carlton III, my precocious child. He will be in and out when he feels like it, so that's my baby.
Dobby's my king.
Shay.
Okay, I was like, it switched. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do it alphabetically. I don't know how I messed up our names.
No worries. No worries. Hey, everybody. I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional rarely ever seen blog post.
Love that. At least you're honest. Hello, everyone. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy, and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy, but I write any genre that comes to my mind. I was working on a new adult espionage, spy, thriller, action type of thing. And then Nano kicked in, so I was like, okay, gotta back burner that one because I'm working on a young adult dystopian romance. And I saw someone in the chat who'd never used the Forest Room before but downloaded it, so I will do a quick, assuming I didn't lose my phone, introduction on how to use it the way I use it, because for once I don't have the Forest Room already set up, so you all can actually see how this works. So you're in the Forest Room. No, you're in the Forest app, and it shows you to plant. I'm going to turn off my Ko-fi ambassador. We're bribing my dog to come on camera early today, and then I'll do the Forest app demonstration.
Yes, Richard, dystopian, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. But yes, it is a dystopian.
Well, you're my book buddy tier on Ko-fi, so you can. Did you sign up? Okay.
I did.
Yay!
Me.
oh my goodness.
There's some doggy ASMR with the mic, I think.
Oh, there's so much cuteness.
Agreed. Dogs eating on camera, cute. Me eating on camera during a live stream, not cute. Not different vibe, different feel.
I don't have chicken up here. You get one treat at a time from me. I'm not mommy.
He's like, really?
Excuse me.
And he's like, what's this, miss?
Do better.
I know my name means princess in Arabic, but you're the real princess of the house, but I still tell you no.
Riley's like,
I have a backbone.
That's what I tell myself, and then I'm like sneaking my dog cheese and popcorn.
I think the thing is that like when my mom, like,
you too, Natalie.
I didn't intend for this to happen, but when I went off to sleepaway camp, like pretty soon after we got Riley, it meant that I wasn't here for most of the training. So like I was able to just come in and be like, oh, I didn't have to deal with the puppy eyes like all the time. Like I just like did the training part. And not the sleep deprivation part. So yeah. I can't bend to you. You can try again next week when I have you at my place. I've been conning my mom into giving me for like the long weekends for my streams, and because my teacher on Thursday nights is like, yeah, you can bring your dog, and so I was like, for the win.
Business school was not that fun or cool.
He's also like my youngest teacher, so like he's like super cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, fourth step, you're in. Here at the top of your screen, there's an hourglass and a flame. You tap that and you get this little menu. And everyone should turn off deep focus so you don't kill the tree for everyone, because you will not make any friends that way, because the app has reinstalled a way to show who killed the tree. I never out people on screen, but that app will out you. So they took it away very briefly and then they like slid it back in there. And I was like, oh, someone did something.
The shade of that.
No. I mean, it's a Chinese app, so I'm not surprised that they're shading you for not being productive. But I'm like, at the same time, I was like, oh, you took it away, and then you just sneakily.
No, I think it's valid.
Oh, it is, but I just
kill community trees. I want to know about it.
I mean, I have an emote on my Twitch that's tree killer, and if someone else used it and put the name of the person, I wouldn't say no. But like, if I ever notice a tree is killed, I just say tree killer, and I don't say who did it, because
Tree killer sounds worse. Like, just use my name. I don't want to be known as tree killer.
I would probably just like.
It even knows when you pick your phone up. Like I pick it, it's like put your phone down. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And then so turn off deep focus so you can avoid being a tree killer, and then you want to turn on plant together mode, which I haven't done yet. Ignore the warning that says if one tree withers, they all die, because we have deep focus turned off. That's not true. That's a hack.
Okay.
And then once you turn that on, at the bottom of your screen, you see create room and join room. Ignore the 180. I set that at night so that I can't be on my phone the entire night. Otherwise, I totally would. And you all are going to click join room, and I click create room. And then I put up a fancy little code up on screen. You enter the code. You wait until I hit go. You don't theoretically touch your phone in that time unless there's a call that you have to take, which is why we turn off the deep focus. But in general, don't touch your phone during this time, because that's a productivity app to make you focus. And then at the end, your screen will show the planted tree, and there will be a little return arrow in the top left corner of your screen, and you have to click that to get out of that room before you can enter the next one. You have to pay for the plant together. Yes, it's a one-time payment. Yes, I've convinced most people in the chat to buy it if they haven't already. Yes, I've asked Forrest to sponsor me. No, they've never gotten back to me. Yes, I'm salty about it.
And yes, there's a petition about it. Am I wrong? Isn't there something I signed somewhere?
Yeah, there's a survey in the description where, have you gotten the Forrest app because of me? If so, please take this little poll.
I have a question. You're supposed to pay in order to plant together? Because I don't. Maybe I did that a long time ago. But
if you can do it, yeah. If you can do it, it means you paid for the app a long time ago.
Look at me go.
I didn't know I did that.
I'm like, okay. What do you want?
You're like, what? I spent money? Whoops, how'd that happen?
I mean, but really though.
I know. I'm with you.
Okay. I thought I was more prepared, and clearly I wasn't. So I need to check what tree we're planting first.
Ooh.
Okay. You four are here. We're just going to plant the trees that you all picked, because 2 people aren't here. Their links are still in the description. So show Angela Ann and Zarina Macha some love, but they're not on screen, which means the first tree we're going to be planting is the Starburst picked by Anna.
I love that one.
Yay.
Just to check if I've absolutely lost my mind, have you put the code on screen
No.
yet?
No.
Okay.
No, I did the same thing where it was like, oh,
No, sometimes I'm really on it, and other times I'm like, I do everything else before it. Like I have the timer ready to share. It's like I never have everything perfectly in order.
No, I'm
I
sleep
apologize.
deprived.
It'll all
Don't-
get done, I promise. But
oh yes, Natalie, please do, because I'm obsessed with this. Natalie has a really cool series she's doing with Chandra, where they're doing flash fiction from prompts, and I'm loving it.
yeah, Natalie has this book, and there are 100 prompts,
Oh,
and
fun.
you get like a story premise, and then you have 10 words that you have to put into the story. And when Natalie is on screen, I try to make a banner of it, or if I'm too lazy, I pop her comment up on screen. But when she's not on screen, I just leave it in the chat. So Natalie, you can put it in the chat, but then I have the website of whoever picked the tree up on screen to show them love. Wow, a lot of people are in the room this morning. Awesome.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Natalie for telling me to go take a nap yesterday?
Yes. Real MVP. And Devin Cutting for keeping us all from going nuts this nano. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's $199 for forever.
Forever.
Is that just when you purchase the app? Or
Yeah.
okay, so I'm not losing my mind.
I must have did that, I guess.
You're cracking me up.
I feel like less than 5 is my pain threshold.
Oh my God.
I love it. Richard, thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Living for it.
Day, hello. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
I realized saying one name, I should say hi to everyone. So, gonna do this really fast. Shay was in the comments before she was on screen. Hello. Hello. I'm not used to being in this room anymore when I stream, but even though it's very clear which side is which based on my furniture. So I have no excuse for that. SD is here. Regina is here. Hello. Zarina said, sorry, she was unable to make it. That's okay. Please feel better. Barrett was in the chat. Natalie said, good morning, afternoon, evening, night, dears. Or as I nicked from someone, I think it was on Twitch, but it might have been someone from YouTube. Good time zone. And Selena's here. Melanie got document open and Force app ready to go. That was 3 minutes before we went live, so
Really ready.
Still haven't done that myself.
hoping to write 1,500 during this. Okay, we're gonna get started on the first spread soon. I saw that and I was like, gotta get going. Devin, hello. Kelly dropped in. Going to the grocery store. Cool. Kelly and I are recording a podcast episode after this. So, if you have questions for the social media director of Little Brown Books, yes, you heard that right. Put them in the chat because that's who we're interviewing today. She was my professor. Kira is here. Yeah, she's so cool. She's so nice. Alvin is here. Michael is here. Said hi to all you people again because you had already left comments earlier. People were freaking out about the Dobby on screen. I was about to say the cat, and then I said Dobby, so I said the Dobby.
He is the Dobby, so
He is the Dobby of the AuthorTubes.
he approves this message.
Richard, Amanda, hello. Gabby, hi.
Great turnout, everybody.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Loving
It's
this.
probably my guests. And maybe the promise that I said I'd show my dog on here because I did post that in advance on.
I did my first community post about you. You were my first tag.
I saw that and it's like Barrett shared your video and I'm like, wait, he can do that? Yay!
First one.
Okay, the chat is in not the chat. The prompt by Natalie's book is in the chat. So if you're looking for some inspiration for the first brand, it's there. Let me know in the chat if you still need to put the code in. If not, we're gonna start soon.
Yes.
But regardless, I'm gonna put the timer up on screen so I can be like, we're gonna sprint soon, JK, and like 20 minutes pass or something.
But we would never.
No.
Normally I wouldn't care, but I'm like I said, I'm interviewing my previous professor and I don't want to take up her time. Well, more of her time than I said, because I told her an hour starting at a certain time. So yeah, I like to keep my promises to people who may one day employ me.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to keep my promises to everyone, but especially the ones who may be in charge of a paycheck of mine. Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Don't touch your phones if you're in the room.
That went by so fast.
10 minutes. I only did admin stuff. I added your question, Anna, to the list of questions we're going to be asking my former professor. I tweeted about being live with the link. I checked my email and put some stuff in the private chat for Barrett. Yeah, so that was my script. How did everyone else feel?
I spent several minutes trying to think of a question and just read over what I did last night and then just managed a couple of sentences, and that was it.
I am wrapping up the prompt. I just have a couple more words to fit into it, and then I will be done with that. And then I'm going to start on nano words because in true me fashion, I am already behind.
It's okay.
I'm always behind at this point.
I'm only ahead because I'm revising.
I'm just not trying to write a 7-10K day at the end like I did last time. That was a lot.
That is a lot. I'm doing all admin stuff. As Zara said in the private chat, I'm failing at a lot of it.
I did not say you were failing.
No,
I just
I know.
asked. I was trying to ask for confirmation. I was like, is it on my end or yours? Because my end is the answer often.
No, it's totally 100% mine. It's coming. It's coming. I just sent out the one for December. You're my January. And then Shay.
Okay. All right. I was like, wait, can I go? Okay. So it was really a warm up. I did a whole bunch of stuff around the house, and I got my tea. So I feel like I'm ready to write now. Ooh, I love how your cat just like
Me too.
jumps.
Just boom.
Like it makes me giggle.
Dobby's like,
Yeah,
my
so-
team.
So far, I've managed to keep him from landing in like coffee and food that's on my desk, but I have to be real careful about that.
You gotta be
Good to see
vigilant.
you.
And he gets irritated with me for it too. Then it starts to turn into a game.
Riley, touch.
I'm loving the chat. Tiffany, good to see you. I see you just pop in. Tiffany's my fellow St. Louisan. Good to see you. We're representing St. Louis today.
Ooh, Andrea did a flash fiction with us yesterday.
Yes, good girl.
Yeah, I'm excited. Andrea is one of our guest hosts for Critique Group Live in
Ooh.
December. She just got an email from me about it.
The bribe worked. She came running in.
Yes. Oh, I love it. You know what? I'll do the same thing. Someone gives me food, I'll come running. So just fair warning. Chocolate, I'll actually run. You'll see me move quickly.
Okay, I somehow got something in my eye without touching it, so I'm going to put the code up for the next one so people can enter it while I fix the situation. It is Barrett's tree, which means it's the cowboy cactus as always.
Always.
Oh, love it.
And the code is 3 Yankee Kilo Echo Echo Hotel. Up on screen. Be back in a moment.
Couldn't make it. Made it.
You know, I severely overestimated the amount of times that quicksand was going to be impactful in my life. And I underestimated how much I was going to need the phonetic alphabet. How is that something that I thought I was going to need to worry about, like how to escape from quicksand, and nobody was like, you know what, you should learn the phonetic alphabet.
Well, they don't teach the phonetic alphabet like in school. I learned it because I was writing my sci-fi trilogy like at Area 51, and I was like, military stuff. And then you know what never made it into the book? The military phonetic alphabet.
Right.
And the answer to quicksand is because in like Dora and every other kid show,
Oh,
people
yeah.
got stuck in quicksand.
I feel that shark attacks, like
let's be real. I'm not going into water where there's going to be like, no.
Or like in cyberspace, all of a sudden they get stuck in quicksand, but if they do math, they get out. It's like nothing about that is realistic.
There's one other thing that I felt like was super like, oh, this is something like you need to know this information. I can't remember what it was, but it was like something super random and it's like never impacts life whatsoever.
The Pythagorean Theorem?
All of the math that we learned in school, just all of it.
Well, fractions we still use a lot of, and it is the hardest thing to teach students in math, no matter whether they're in elementary school, high school, or college. It is the hardest thing because I've like tutored at every level. Is the hardest concept. So that's the only thing that I wish we spent more time on. I wish we spent more time on because you do so much in baking and stuff, and you don't even realize it. So yeah.
And the Pythagorean Theorem, it's actually really useful in orienteering. So for people who go trekking and use a map, because if you want to start at a point and then like be able to make your way back to it.
For anyone that's interested in finance courses, we'll be using a lot of the things that everyone just mentioned. So when you come to those with me, the other thing I wish they taught was Excel. Just some basics of Excel in high school.
I excel at it.
I excel at it too.
I love the Excel at it.
And I went to a science and technology high school, so all of these things were like big. Yeah. So like they were kind of like reiterated all the time. So I'm always like, oh, I forget other people didn't get that. You know, specialized high schools aren't everywhere.
Why didn't we get a semester on taxes?
Oh, please, right?
Oh my God.
So there needs to be a lifing course. That needs to be a requirement. As well as nobody should be allowed to make less than the cost of living of where they are. But, you know, y'all know me. Y'all know me.
I mean, you'd think you'd be wrong. There are also illegal, you know, employment practices that aren't supposed to still be happening that I'm still a victim of. That, like, if I call out, I'm not going to have any employment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, man. The conversations, especially around, like, publishing and those type of deals, like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm talking about working in publishing. I'm not even talking about like royalties.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Working.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, like from what I've understood, you like most people have to have like a family that can like support them because a lot of them are unpaid internships, and a lot of people can't afford to be unpaid.
In Manhattan, in the most expensive city in the United States, and then to pay people. Who was it? Was it Hachette or one of them? Like was so proud that they're paying $40,000 a year for their starter. Was it Hachette or Little Brown? It was one of them or Brown. One of them did it.
I'm hoping it wasn't Little Brown.
I remember reading it and thinking to myself, "Wait a minute, that's like we're excited about that. Like it's Manhattan. Yeah. Where are they going to live for $40,000 a year? Like
in New York
with the rats.
I want to see the people."
I was watching this thing and it was smallest apartments. And I thought that I had the monopoly on that because my previous apartment was a hotel room that was converted into studios.
Yep.
But there's one in New York that they were showing, which cost more per month than the studio I was living in. And mine had all my utilities included. So there was still...
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah. So it had shared bathrooms. Like you had to leave your teeny tiny...
Nope.
For a shared bathroom. That was in a hall. And then the space for your bed was like up on top of a thing. So you had to like climb up to it.
Now, y'all...
And then there was no kitchen.
Size, what?
Wait, you have to parkour every single time you want to.
Can you imagine? They were like, "Well, you want the downtown lifestyle?" I'm like, "What kind of drone person do you think is going to be able to get back up there?"
How about old person that has to pee in the morning?
Let me be tired. I'm not making it. Like, there's just so many things that are wrong with that. Like, I just, I'm not.
No,
I'm
cooking
sorry. I
stuff.
graduated college to not get a job and still live like I'm in college. Like, that's the whole point of going. Like, why? I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I hate
Yeah.
that for people.
And
because
to top it all off, you got a microwave and a mini fridge.
No.
No.
so back to me saying I didn't graduate from college to go back to college. Like, I do not miss those.
My
many
college
days.
dorm didn't involve the parkour thing.
I'm just gonna tell you, the shared bathroom thing is a no. Anybody with Crohn's or IBD, you got to be kidding me with that.
No,
mess.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, no, of course
Martin,
not.
that's a really good idea, actually. I'm gonna steal that if I ever go back into the classroom, which I won't. But to a wild place, shared restrooms, good talk. Oh.
Oh, I did have a question for Richard about the pounds and ounces, because I don't know if it was like that they're not used very often, because I use that a lot.
I do
I
too.
use pounds and ounces all the time, but that's
Pounds and ounces all the
US,
time.
and I have to measure out Riley's food.
Yeah.
I asked my
Pounds and
Google
ounces.
Home about that maybe 3 times a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a Googler for that. I'm like, help.
I
I'm
got
pretty sure I have conversion websites bookmarked from when I was like in chemistry and still like needed it. But as a writer, I'm like, I'm never not going to need it at some point. So just keep that thing bookmarked.
Yeah, I have it.
health
There's an
food
app in
store.
my phone that does it. It's a calculator, and it has like multiple different types, and there's like a conversion calculator for like water and liters or pounds and stuff like that. So like, I just
Name
have
of the
that.
app, please.
Okay, my phone's over there. I'll be able to tell you.
Okay.
Get it. I'll be able to tell you. But like that, percentages and distance equations, we all still use, whether we think about it or not. Like we do.
Pennies don't exist in my country. Well, pennies cost more than a penny to make. So
They're a waste.
Last I checked, it was like 7 cents. I'm sure it's more than that now.
Yeah.
God.
Add it to some of our amazing
Things that you learn from watching How It's Made.
Yeah. That's what pounds is confusing for my cousin who's American married a Swedish man, but they met in Cambridge and they live in England now. And she'll say something and I'm like, I don't know if you're doing your Brit thing or if now that you're back on American soil, you've reverted back to your American, but I'm still going to need you to clarify.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a default setting anymore. And if you do, I actually think it's switched. So which culture are you talking about? Can I show you the peace sign, or is that telling you something very rude?
So for anyone who likes How It's Made and just really like nerdy stuff like me, there's a podcast. It's called Bore You to Sleep podcast, and it's supposed to bore you to sleep.
Oh my
I
God.
was listening to it the other day, and I was like, actually, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, just put that out there.
That's when the insomnia goals are like,
It's like I might as well be productive.
He was talking about the different parts of a pendulum clock and how like French ones are the very best ones and they're better than English and German, and then going to the details of why and how they keep time. It was quite fascinating.
I think that's cool.
Okay,
It's a class all about time, like how the first clocks were made, but also then like the reason we started caring was because of like trains and stuff and how it was put into literature and stuff. And honestly, I learned more about time and clocks in an English class than I ever did in any other thing. The same way that I learned more about the Abrahamic religions in English class than I ever did in history or Hebrew school.
interesting.
Most Americans live in apartments. Most aren't over. So for those of you who don't know, although I think we've established it, I live in New York City. And Kelly, who's my podcast co-host, lives in a house in Ohio. And we were talking about, eventually one day she's going to come and visit me and bring her 2 daughters and her partner, and it's going to be great. And I was like, oh, like I have space for you because I have a queen size pull-out couch. And I was like, but actually, there's only one bathroom, and I don't know if you're all going to be okay with that. And, I know it's going to be much smaller than your home. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. This is how big our home is. And I'm like, you have a basement the same size as your first floor, and your first floor is like twice my whole apartment. And she's like, oh my God, how do you live? And I'm like, well, I'm one tiny person. So, okay. But like, yeah.
My previous apartment was less than 400 square feet, more than 350, which was it was honestly because y'all can see how clingy Dobby is. That was a challenge. And it was fine until it was downtown, so it was fine until I started working from home, because it was a 15-minute walk or a 5-minute shuttle ride. But when you're stuck in that all day because of the Great Pan Pizza.
Great Pan Pizza. I thought okay. Someone had said pancake, and that's why I've been calling it since.
I like pancake.
I've been saying panini. Morgan,
yeah, no, I was saying panini and panorama because people were saying that, but then someone said pancake, and I was like, that's just like the
pancake's better. Yeah. Pancakes are better. All right, is everybody in the room?
I mean, it's been up for a long time, so if not everyone's in the room, I'm sorry, you missed your window. We got 3 more after this.
Taking no prisoners.
Okay. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Just interrupting the sprint to say puppy on screen again. Beep, 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 beep. She's on my lap because she's going through her separation anxiety from my mom. And I did some writing, but not nearly as much as I would have liked because of her crying.
Oh.
But I get puppy cuddles, so like I'm not mad. I'm just sad that she's in psychological.
Where did mom go? Jeez, like.
She went to pick up our family friend.
Oh my gosh.
How dare.
I know, exactly.
Dare she.
In the chat, people have been asking who's the typing. It's actually part of the timer. And while I do type that loudly and that fast when I'm on a roll, I always mute myself during streams. Yeah. And yeah, how did everyone else do?
I finished the scene that I was on, so that's good, and just did some kind of reading and settling to figure out what I'm going to do next.
Let's see. I got through some forms, so I am sending an email to Zara and Shay and a bunch of people about interviews this upcoming month. So all the things. So excited. I need to get Chandra on there. And Anna, you're new to me, but come on over. I don't bite.
I'm not that interesting, but
I don't.
That's not true.
I was actually going to invite myself, so I'm glad that you offered.
Thank the Lord. Yes, I'll send you the information. But yes, I've been dying. I love my Chandra.
Here's how dumb I am. I did not realize that you were going to be on here today till last night.
Well, can we just talk about the funny that the last time Chandra and I were supposed to collab together, she didn't show.
I did
I
not.
feel like it was last Sunday.
It was. And
It
I mean,
was.
what's funny about it, y'all, is Margaret and I were in her chat the week before, and we're like, we can't wait to do this live stream. And Chandra's like on screen, and she's like, oh, that sounds cool. When's that? We're like, you're on it. Like, you're on. And then she finally got it. She's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, no sooner had we left the live, Chandra pops in, and I'm like, yes, this is the life I'm here for.
I saw that it was not live, and yours like whatever it says when it's not live anymore, and I was like,
Margaret was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to make her feel bad. I was like, I'm doing an Instagram post. I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I'm calling her out. This is hilarious. This is the best moment of my day.
oh gosh, that was so bad.
Oh, no way. I got to go watch that. Oh, definitely the tarot night for sure. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I have my life together. So I don't know how to segue from that, but I did write words. I finished the short story, and it was actually my shortest one. I think it was under 300 words, so I'm proud of me. And then I also got 287 words on my current project, and I know I say this every time I start on a new project, but this is some of the best writing I have ever done.
I mean, that's good, though. It shows that you're improving.
Yeah.
And I am loving the characters. One thing that I changed recently is to actually go through and come up with a bunch of extra names that fit the story I'm writing that I can pull from whenever I need to put a side character in.
Yep.
And I have a bank of names so I don't get in the moment and forget what I'm doing. And not only has that served me very well in this project, the characterization and the friendships are making the story so much more dynamic, and I'm really enjoying that.
Character driven.
I love a good friend group. I love a good friend group in this story. So I won't lie, I was thoroughly distracted with how I'm plotting my future move to Canada because capitalism in America sucks. So that kind of like spun from us talking about how small and everything is. And I was just like, what does it take to get Canadian citizenship? Let me start looking. So the girl was distracted, but I plan to write. I do.
We've all been down that rabbit hole where you're like, what do I have to do?
My mom was like, my mom and I visited Jesse Elliott in Canada during the Orange's final year in the Oval Office for 4th of July. And Jesse's sister was so funny. She's like, not that I'm not happy to meet you, but isn't 4th of July like a really big holiday in your country? And my mom and I were like, yep, and we can't stand it right now. So we hopped the border for a little vacation. And my mom was like, oh, what if we just moved here? And Jessie was like, well, if you're a student, then you could come because you're her mom. And my mom was like, and I was like, Mom, I got into NYU grad school because you told me to apply to this, because my boss had told me to apply to this. If I hadn't applied to this, you could have made your Canada dream come true. But I'm stuck in New York for the next 2 years.
I mean, there are worse places to be stuck, and I'm incredibly proud of your program. So,
I mean, I love New York, and I kind of never want to leave. But if I wasn't here, I'd probably want to be in Toronto.
I've lived in Canada before. It's not for me.
See, I loved Vancouver. BC, I loved. Vancouver, the Okanagan Valley. I dated a Canadian for a while. He was a Mormon, so lots of stories there. But let me just say, the Okanagan Valley was beautiful. But
you can't just breeze right over that.
No.
You say Mormon, and I'm like, you got to give me more.
I mean,
but also, Chandra, America is low key not for me. So I feel like I could go somewhere else.
Like for me, I'm just saying.
If you're not a straight white man, America's not really for you.
Yeah, I don't like the cold. Like, that's the only thing about Canada that like bothers me is I don't do the cold. But I'm like, healthcare and marijuana. Maybe I will do the cold. Like, I could learn to wear a parka everywhere I go if I have to.
All about layers, Shay. It's all about layers. So
layers.
Right.
For me, okay, so like the sad is bad enough where I am. With the wonkiness of the daylight and I would be a hot mess. So for me, it's like I'd have to go down, but just anywhere on the equator where I can just lay in the sun and absolutely toast the crap out of myself. That is where I need to be.
Okay, so see, my love-hate relationship with the heat is like similar to the cold. Because here's the thing. There's only so many things you can take off before it's illegal. I don't like to be hot. I can just put on layers and get warmer and warmer. But when you're hot.
Crow is dashing all our dreams. But I have to say, if any of us manage to gain citizenship, can we get in on the game that the high-stakes poker game that you handle? Because I'd like some of that pot.
Do we have an off-books poker game going on AuthorTube that I'm unaware of?
Oh, boy.
No. It's not on AuthorTube. It's just something she does, and she'll mention, and she'll be like, oh, yeah, like during this sprint, I had to deal with someone who won this amount of money. And I'm like, excuse me.
Maybe. Yeah. Questions. But also, I was going to say, I don't have to worry. So I automatically have dual citizenship.
A lot of them.
With in Barbados, so I'm gonna head out.
I want to go with you two there.
You can.
I definitely feel that.
I'm doing a year work visa because of the Great Pan Pizza. So you don't have to like do a big whole thing. You can go there specifically to like work, and they're like, yes, come work here for a year.
So what I'm hearing is writer's retreat in Barbados. That's all I heard. I don't know. What else
and it's an extended retreat because it's a year long. So like,
I'll be back in a year. You'll be fine.
Yep.
I just want to go to all the author retreats run by AuthorTubers. I know Jessie like released her form where it's like Wander Writers is heading to Seattle. There are only 10 slots. Let me know if you're interested. I want to go so bad. It's also where she set her first series. So it's like...
Of course.
I want to be there for the first time that she steps foot in that city, because I've been to that city before, but she hasn't. And I just really want to be there when she does that.
Eva, you're already adopted. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Eva, it's happening. Trust. Just sell a kidney. They don't want mine, Richard.
Like, I haven't also researched that when I went down the rabbit hole.
I've literally been on AuthorTube streams peddling a kidney before.
AuthorTube streams. I'm in Facebook Marketplace. Like, husband's got a good kidney. I'm not sure, y'all. Let me know.
Lightly used kidney will travel.
His are holding up well.
I'll put it in some Tupperware.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll freeze dry it for you. It'll be fine. Just put in a little water. Come right back.
I can't with you all.
God.
Oh, he has his earbuds in. Okay. Because he walked past the door and I was like, he's not responding to any of this. He's got his earbuds in. Bless him. Bless him.
Mango man. But I like mangoes
I do too.
more than oranges.
Oh yeah, don't do that to mangoes.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying it was easy. I just said I was going down the rabbit hole to find out.
Yeah, no. We're none of us are saying like, oh, like that.
Oh
Especially
yeah, no.
since up there they've started
Yeah,
being
I want to say it was
we
like
don't
a
want you.
7-year process. I want to say it's like takes like 7 years to like go through everything. And I mean, I've had friends who've had to get American citizenship, and they lived here for like over a decade, and it was their first time ever getting to do the application and go through the whole process. So yeah,
Right.
It's hard.
Well, I'm just gonna say, y'all, Canada had me at Justin Trudeau. All right. I'm just gonna real talk. I have stepped a big step back from the old politics, but I would get right back into it. For
But
Justin.
there are people who don't like Trudeau.
I know.
And it's like, God forbid anything. And I say that as someone who's atheist. That Trudeau or people like him were no longer in power, then you'd be like, I don't want to be here either.
I have to say, to be honest, I'm a little ashamed of this because I'm sure that he is a wonderful person. But when he is on screen, I'm not listening to the words that are coming out of his mouth.
No. There was a picture of him on a
This is where I can be like, my demi flag means that I'm actually listening.
You can focus.
I can focus on the politics.
What is focus?
Something that this app is supposed to help us with. We're going to start the next
There's an app for that.
Nice
That's
segue.
the world we live in. Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. And if you have questions for the social media director of Little Brown Books, drop them in the chat. You can put like 2 question marks at the start of your comment so I see them easily. How did everyone do?
I got very distracted, but got some connecting bits in place in between a couple chapters, so still useful.
Cool.
I got 349 words,
Nice.
and I'm just really enjoying this scene. I need to put in a transition, but I'm having so much fun in the scene that I may just hang out here for a while and keep writing and have to cut some of it later.
It's Nano. Don't worry about that.
For sure.
So it's weird though, because I'm usually an underwriter, and I'm at 7,600, and I'm still on chapter 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, okay, we're doing the words.
you had a lot of words.
Yeah. And it hasn't felt like, okay, I'm going to have to move on to the next chapter so I can get more words. It's been like, okay, I wrote this stuff that was supposed to go in this chapter. I should move on and get more words elsewhere so that the story is done when I finish Nano.
Good.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
that's fun.
That's fun. You're killing it. All I did was emails, but I got some out. And thank you to our fearless host for finding my mistake in my first email. Lifesaver every time.
I mean, I'm good at proofreading other people's stuff. Sometimes I'd like miss something and I'm like, oh, and people are like, you can't catch everything. And I'm like, but like, I want to work in this area. I don't want to be an editor. I realize that would suck all the joy out of my life, but I want to be a literary agent who still has to do some editing. So it's like, you know, and I'm okay with that. And so.
I don't know if anyone ever feels bad about proofreading or editing. I'm just going to share this little nugget about myself. When I was a management assistant, I sent out an email to several senior managers and directors. And I said, for your continence instead of for your convenience. So whatever happens, you are fine. It is okay.
I've seen images of similar, like, okay. So, you know, like those, and especially like when you've seen it now, it's really bad, but when it's been shared recently, it's really bad. But you know, those, what are they called? Like the front containers at like a bakery where you open the glass thing and you use tongs or whatever.
Yeah.
There was one that said, use your tongues.
Nope. No, thank you.
Not in this pancake. No.
Right.
Not ever, but definitely not now
Right.
and in the future.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
Same.
Oh, okay. Richard wants wrench power. Was a troll here?
Oh.
Did something happen?
Did we miss something?
I
How did
don't
you
know.
do, Shay?
I'm just giving Eva all the material. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. So I'm a discovery writer. So outlining is not my thing, but you can't write a mystery or thriller without an outline. It's just not gonna be a thing. So I have been trying to so I tried to just outline the whole novel. That didn't work. So I'm trying to like outline as I go through like each beat. And so I don't know anything about beats, so I'm learning as I go. And I'm on the like setup theme stated part. So I'm like writing everything out by hand that like I know I need to like hit when I'm like ready to sit down and like write it.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Chandra and I was like, so like my first chapter is 3,400 words. That is not normal for me. But it's legitimately one scene. It's very concise. It happens how it happens. It's just a lot of words. So I was like, maybe I will be an overwriter this month too. We shall see. Because usually I'm an underwriter and it gets bigger with each draft. So
Same. I like it gets bigger. And I think Chandra's been doing some talk about Snowflake method in her content. And I've been like doing a little bit of that. But let me do a shout out for our host. I paid, I think it was $2 or was it $3?
It was $3.
Not a lot of money. for a wonderful 12 or 13 page PDF from the lovely Zara Hoffman's Ko-fi that broke down the outlining thing and made it super duper easy. So for $3, if you're looking for a cool outline that was super helpful, I'm going to shout that out.
Check that out.
It's very, how do I say this? It's very loose. So I say like I wrote a letter basically to anyone who's bought it, and I'm like, you can be an outliner who wants to try something new. You can be a pantser who wants to try outlining. You can be, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm willing to try anything.
Right, it's very flexible.
It's like, I don't care. It's like, this will have something for you no matter what. And I'm not trying to convert you to anything, but like,
So Shay, the reason I started to try to outline is because my first book ever was a murder mystery, and I'm still like, I just did a rewrite of that at the beginning of the year, but I'm still tinkering with it and trying to clean it up because the first draft was such a trash can fire. And I was like, I never want to experience this again. And then I turned around and did it again with my series, which is a whole nother conversation and not at all the point that I'm trying to make. But the thing about it is, if you find the outlining system that is loose enough to encompass your needs, and you know the points in your outline that absolutely have to stay for the story, everything else around it can fluctuate. And as I like to say, I date my outlines. I'm not married to them. They're more like guidelines anyway.
I love that.
Non-monogamous.
Yes.
So Kelly and I on our podcast, which is in the description, it's called Rightish. We have an episode called All About Outlining, and I don't remember which number it is, but it's out. So if you haven't listened to it yet, you can listen to that. And Kelly's normally the one who says it, but we agree a lot. So we'll like kind of be like, oh, like Kelly said, like Zara said, and then we like do it a few times. We're like, okay, we've said it enough. Let's move on to the next talking point, where we emphasize a lot that an outline can change. It's not set in stone. It's just, if you do it, you do it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, you don't. But even if you do it, it can change.
That's where I initially struggled with outlines, because as soon as I say, or someone says you have to, Chandra's not going to do it. It works that way. I think we talked about that in the reasons for that in another stream. I digress. But
I just have so much admiration for you guys who are writing thrillers and mysteries, because I truly feel like I'm just not smart enough. It sounds like a whole other level of difficulty, and me just trying to like jam with an outline on my like fantasy book I'm very non-monogamous with that as it is. So
look, I just want to say that for my thriller, which I haven't finished yet, I outline chapter by chapter. My outline does not say you have to. It just kind of says like put things in order once you know them, but you can have large gaps in that whatever, and you can fill it in as you go or pants your way through those different places. It's fine. But like I have a really big twist, and it didn't come to me immediately. It was a twist on top of a twist. I should say, because the big twist came to me immediately, but I'm trying to figure out like the other things that go into it. It's not that I have it all in one go. Mm-hmm. It's
I definitely agree with that. And I mean, one way that I play with it, and say what Natalie's doing again with the flash fiction, I will write flash fiction as a scene, but also a lot of times with the method with which I write flash fiction, I have no idea where I'm going with it until the end. So a lot of it is reverse engineering. And I don't remember who said this. An author who did a lot of like mysteries and thrillers and stuff was like, the first draft is just to get stuff on paper. The second draft is where you make it look like you did it on purpose.
Right.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. Like you discovery right to figure out what you like, and then go back a few chapters and make it all line up, and then
That's in his masterclass ad.
Okay, that's
Which
where
I've seen a million times. So
Let me
Yeah.
say this real quick to Eva. To answer your question, yes, to the outline, it is handwritten in notebooks. That's going to be difficult to get to you in Colorado, but I will send you the query letter, which has the blurb. Eva, answer your question that I just saw a minute ago.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Sarah Sutton has this problem, which is why she started doing more vague outlines instead of the super detailed ones that she used to do. And Kelly and I also talk about that. So
Yeah.
I will say one thing that I do that is a lot of fun for me is in my free writing process, instead of answering all of my questions, I ask a lot of questions for myself that I don't have answers to. And it'll look like maybe I kill this character, or maybe this person kills that character, or maybe, and I write out like 5 or so options as I'm thinking of different ways it could go. So I haven't decided how it's going to go, but I have options and suggestions and ideas.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
We're not marrying anything.
It's like a lease. We're not quite ready to purchase.
Yeah.
it's a test drive.
Yeah, a test drive. Yeah, not even a lease.
Exactly.
Not even a lease. No. We don't do that.
Does
It's
anyone
still a
else
choose your own adventure.
Does anyone else have that anxiety when you're revising and you start to kind of firm up these decisions and you're like, wait, is this really how the midpoint is going to go? Like, am I going to stick with
That's
this?
why I take snapshots in
Yeah.
Scrivener, because you save the document as its own draft. But it's just that document. So I do
Bold of you to assume that I revise.
I think my favorite thing was Anna could have stopped at, "Do you have anxiety?" And I've been like,
Yeah, I would have been like,
yes. Yes.
Like, there's something so freeing about when you're drafting and you're like, it doesn't have to be this way. I can still choose any million of different roads. And for some reason, like walking down a road and committing to it is like, oh crap, this thing is going to stay this way. Am I good with that?
Right.
Yeah.
Two
True.
roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not take them both.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I didn't realize that I had done this, but I guess
Oh yeah. Those
apparently I have magic powers.
those links are on the ready. Let me just say.
I wasn't. I had to go searching.
That's even more impressive.
Manhattan Magic. Maybe I'll make a T-shirt that says that. Track changes in Word. Yeah. I mean, that's
also-
good, but
That's my
I like
level.
outline and then save a copy and then rename it and then draft in that and then save a copy. And
but
then,
that's what Scrivener does with the snapshots. Like, it's all in one place, but it does what you just described. So I don't have to find like a million different documents.
So Google Docs is free.
Google Docs crashes if you have too many words in it.
Oh, that's scary to
I've
me.
not had that happen.
Oh,
Well,
But I
I grew
also
up on
have version
Microsoft
on.
Word that never crashes, so
Right.
there's that as well.
Rocking it for the old school. That's me too. Me too.
I have a bone to pick with Microsoft Word. We don't have enough time.
Track changes is my love language. If you're
do what makes you
Art.
happy. But I'm just saying.
Now,
that
at some
Google
point,
Docs was crashing
Mhm.
for when I was sending my alpha readers, Crow and Regina, who are in almost every single one of my streams. God bless you. Especially Regina, who's in a different time zone. They were like, oh, I can't load it anymore because there are too many words. So what I had to start asking was like, through where have you put your comments? And I'll put your comments into my Scrivener and then remove those chapters that you've already read so that you can actually read what I'm giving you.
That probably makes a difference too, because when I sent out stuff to beta readers, I split it up into 3 chapter sections.
Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah. And then Kate was saying that she was having problems writing her whole manuscripts in Google Docs, which is why she switched over.
And it may
Yeah.
also be easier because I am an underwriter, but we don't have to talk about that.
I'm an underwriter, and it was still not liking me at a certain point. Like, it reached a certain level.
But not my last project. My camp project, it was, so each camp I worked on one half of the same project. And that was over 90,000 words, and that was all in one document.
I mean, I'm seeing this Google Docs crashing, and all I can remember is grad school, and our thesis had to be in committees through Google Docs, and I would have lost it if I'd have lost that. Like,
Talk about anxiety.
I definitely keep
oh,
I keep versioning on Google Docs, so
Yeah.
everything's retrievable. But also, that's another reason to duplicate the file as I go.
Charlie.
I use iCloud to back up my Scrivener stuff, and I also have the Scrivener iOS app, so I can do it on my phone and my iPad. If I don't have
Same for Microsoft Word. Like it's all
yeah,
there.
no. I have those too. I'm not trying a one. This isn't me being like Scrivener is so much better than Microsoft Word.
No, it's the price point for me. Like, so I get it. Like, it's just the price point. Like, it's worth it, but it's expensive. So, like, if you don't got it, you don't got it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Is like once I'm regularly getting paid to write, then I'll give it a shot. But up until that point, it's like
it's just to me, Microsoft Office 365 is more expensive than the one-time Scrivener.
Yeah, I think you pay $100 a year for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm also old enough that I got it before you had to do the subscription thing, so I don't pay once a year. So
no,
I have
I have that, but then my I don't know if it was me or my mom, we threw out the CDs. So we could no longer like install it, and I get it through my school. And the thing is that like I need the most updated version because that's what everyone in the publishing industry uses.
Yeah.
Although some people don't know how to use track changes, and I'm like, we are in 2021.
As an admin, I can confirm.
You know I love you if you get a document back with lots of track changes. That is how I show you my love. That is how I receive my love.
If you haven't gotten Scrivener yet and you want to, though, and you know,
oh, that's a cool idea.
I have an affiliate link in the description.
Also, if you want to send someone that affiliate link, you can attach it with my video where I make recommendations about birthday presents and just send that as a whole, Christmas presents. And just send that as a whole nugget to the person that loves you and that you love. I'm just saying.
Remember that affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, and they really help the creator. So.
There you have it.
I'm telling
Look at us doing all the things.
Okay, I'm looking at the time. Anna, want to do your outro now?
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. I have to jet, so I'll just say bye. But this was so lovely. Thank you, Sarah, for having me as always. My name is Anna Robbins, and I make occasional videos every now and then about working on my first fantasy novel. So yeah, that's me. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.
Bye, Anna.
The links are down below.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, you too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I want Scrivener, but not sure I will want Nano to get the discount. If you can use the discount while using my affiliate link because you're buying it through them instead of through like the Mac App Store. If you use my link, what do I get? A very small percentage that probably means nothing to anyone who's monetized on YouTube, but means a lot to me.
Yeah. For sure.
So I've come to the sad realization that I'm not going to get all the badges in Nano because I haven't hit par every day. But I just hit 7 days in a row for updates. We don't have to talk about the fact that it was 2 words yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get the hit par every day either because while I've been way above par up until now, I'm almost out of where the first draft ends and I'm going to have to start writing. And I'm like, I don't know if I can keep this up. Because I also don't know if the par is the 1,000 whatever something or if it's saying that like what you need. Because if it's what I need, which is like 700 words a day, then I could. But if it's the like you need the 1,700, I'm going to be like, I don't know if I can guarantee that every single day.
Regardless of which one it is, I've already failed.
Okay, we're going to start. Yeah, I've been doing that. You need the newest Scrivener.
Oh, that's nice.
And then there's a Nanowrimo template that you can download. I think it's literatureandlatte.com/Scrivener. or is it nanowrimo.com/Scrivener? No, I think it's the first one. And you download it, and then there's a new thing in the menu bar project, and then you click update NaNoWriMo word count, and you log in, and then it does it. That's how I've been doing it this whole time, which is why they're like, you're a mystery. We can't tell when you write. We can't tell how fast you write, because it just updates the number from the last time. And I was like, I mean, you'd think that you would have built that in, but okay.
To be honest, the NaNoWriMo site always hurts my feelings about how fast I write, so I don't even care anymore.
95 submissions. One of them is yours. So that's to answer the question. It's going to be a very short stream this week, but it's Nano, so we didn't want to take too much time, so we kept it short. It's 5 submissions total. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Natalie Locke's coming on. She's one of our guest hosts this month. I'm so excited because I've been stalking her and Chandra doing their flash. I feel like a scout out on. It's sort of like agenting, I guess. I'm out there looking for people. I'm like, oh, you'd be good at this. And I'm going to get Cachet on. Although Thursdays is not the good day. We got to move the day.
Okay, here's the link to get everything you need to do that new feature, but also to, get the trial of Scrivener for Nano before you have to pay for it or something.
No worries, Tiffany.
Wait, there's a free trial?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
I got you. I just normally don't mention it because I did it years ago and then obviously bought it. So I don't think about that anymore. Okay, we're going to start our second to last sprint, and then we're probably going to skip over the update section. Yeah. Just like we'll give people enough time to get into the final forest room, and then we'll do like a bigger update at the end. How's that for everyone on screen with me?
Sweet.
Cool. Okay. Add this back in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Okay. That was the end of our second to last sprint. Just want to say that people in the chat were saying that the 30-day nano trial for Scrivener is 30 days of use, not 30 days of activation of the trial. So that's good. And then also, Richard said that there's a way to update your nano word count from a project that isn't in the nano template that they recently posted. So, and it was a
cool.
post, but I couldn't find it. So he sent me the link, and that's in the chat if you don't feel like downloading the nano template, which it's like a really simple template with folders for each chapter and then like a blank document in each folder. And then there's a thing that's like, this is how you do it. And then, you know, so it's kind of, once you know that it's in the project menu, you don't really need the nano template, really. So, although it's do word count, so I guess maybe whatever.
Can I just say, I had a dumb. I was sitting here super impressed that Chandra had gotten some Zara Hoffman merch on her wall. And then I realized, I was like, oh, wait, never mind. You're dumb. That's an overlay. So I was like, look at Chandra really being keen to, like, the keenest one of us all, but
no,
I'm just slow. Good luck with that, Eva. That ending is real rough, so good luck. Can't wait. I got lots of things done. That was super productive for me. I got lots of scheduling done. I'm really excited because Zara and I have an official date.
Woo!
15th of December. She's coming on. So get ready, everybody. We're going to have a deep talk and talk all about those books. So come over and buy her books while you're in the stream. And then I did bop over to Sacco and BC's, pre-ordered their book, said congratulations, and popped right back. So that was my productivity.
3 people ordered the outlining method, so thank you.
I'm sorry. Wait, that you heard? My husband heard that I ordered another book that I wasn't supposed to. That he heard. The other things didn't hear, but that he heard. Okay, good. Just so we're clear where we're at today.
Selective hearing.
That selective hearing is a mug, ain't it? Man.
That wasn't me. That was an echo. That was someone speaking on the screen.
Right.
Now you were saying like, oh, you ordered another book.
Yeah, that was totally me. That was not Barrett. That was totally me.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
I did that. So I okay, y'all. Randomly, I just looked over at my microphone that is sitting here, and there's a ponytail holder on it, but I couldn't tell it was a ponytail holder, and I was like, when did my microphone get deformed? Like I thought I broke it. It took me out for a second. Sorry. So I ate because your girl was hungry and like it was not gonna be pretty. So I ate during that sprint. But I also solidified like at home, at work, at play, like her flaws and how they're exhibited. So I'm excited.
Cool.
There you go.
Chandra, what'd you do?
I got 421 words. I'm still loving the scene. So something that I knew was going to happen in the book happened earlier than I expected, but I think that's a good thing because then I can draw it out a bit longer, which will also be a good thing. Yeah, I love this story. Also, my best friend told me to write this story. So, like, it's been extra fun because of that. Like, the root of the idea was his idea, and I was like, you should write it. He's like, no, you write it. Okay. So, yeah, it's fun.
Okay. People are in the room, but only 2 people are, and there have been 3.
Oh, I dropped out that one. Sorry, y'all. That was me. Didn't make it. Yeah, I'm coming. Thank you. This is why I'm on the slow bus.
I've been killing it today, y'all. This is
Yeah.
Thank you, Zara. I really needed to get these words in. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a lot of things. I always say I come to these because I actually get stuff done. Like, and then the rest of my day.
We'll chat, but we still get the stuff done.
Yeah. Okay, I'm there.
Okay. So need to share the 10.
And by the way, all the word counts were awesome. I saw Tiffany and lots of other people in chat really killed it with the word
I
counts.
have been seeing them. I'm only ignoring them in that I'm not saying them out loud because we never get through. But
way to go, everybody. Loving it.
yes, we're gonna.
And Shannon, wowza, way to go. In the morning. That's
Shay's link is up on screen this time around. Everyone's links are down below, including my co-host who couldn't make it at all today. But we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nope. Almost set the forest for 20 minutes. That's not. Nope.
I was like,
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. 10 minutes. We made it. That was the end of our final spread.
Way to go, everybody.
How did you all do? I did absolutely nothing. Now I'm going to let my co-host say what they did.
I got a ton of admin done. I booked an interview coming up December 7th with Shay Warren beneath me, and I'm sending Chandra Arthur the link to I'm basically to everybody on the screen on my channel at some point. That's what I did while I was done. I was plotting a takeover of AuthorTube.
I mean, I support a Barrett supremacy.
I love that. I'm
All hail. So I got 341 words and I finished the chapter.
Yes.
You ever write something and you write it and you're like, damn, ooh, I'm so mean.
Yes.
It's like that, but I'm proud of myself for it.
Yeah.
I had that a few days ago. Yeah.
Feels good.
Nice. So I finally actually started writing in the document. So I got 554 words. So I'm glad.
Eva ran out of ink.
Oh no.
Sorry to hear that.
Wait, is this ink pen or like printer ink?
Ink in the pen.
Oh, there's nothing like running out of ink in like your favorite pen. I hate that so much. Honestly, worse than running out of printer ink, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree.
Same.
Noah is the love interest for the rest of the series.
Oh, that was for Eva. Sorry.
Oh.
She's beta reading me. So
Okay.
My novel. So yeah.
Regina has been beta reading my nano project this whole stream.
Oh, see, we've got two. Okay. Yeah, well, there's no pressure in that when someone's like in the stream you're on reading it.
Yeah.
If someone wants to alpha read this filthy dirtiness that I am writing, just let me know.
Oh,
I got some middle grades to get through, but you had me at filthy and dirty.
I mean, I say beta read, like Regina will say, like, oh, I'm beta reading, and I'm like, it's really alpha because it's like done, copy paste into the way that she reads it, and then I keep writing. So
Eva's is like a CP.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a CP. I used to have betas, and then I started writing faster, and I'm like, I can't slow down my process this much to have betas. Let's just do alphas.
Sweet.
Okay. SD got 1788 for the day.
That's awesome.
And that was 13 minutes ago. So that's awesome. Talking about money that's going to get Barrett in trouble with the hubby.
He has no idea how much trouble.
Green ink, should have bought more pens. I get the...
Chandra had some cool pens because
I get the Energel ones by Pentel, and they come in like sets on Amazon. Like, I know we all don't really like the big A, but they come with different colors.
Ooh.
They have a color pack, but I always get one color pack and then one that's all black.
Yeah.
Way to go, Amanda.
Well, because I color code my bullet journal, so you'll see here, like, I need a color for each class, but then I also need a lot of black, so it's just, and then I need pens here so that I don't have to, at my mom's place, so I don't have to take the ones from my place and then accidentally leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So.
Yeah. I use different ones for my planner. I use these Papermate ones.
Yeah.
I really like, they're like almost like a marker pen.
Yeah, I like those too, but I don't know. I just like the feeling of a gel pen.
Mm-hmm.
It goes so much smoother than a lot of others. So anyway, thank you everyone who's in the chat. Thank you everyone who's on screen. I'm going to let people do their outros. You can just say my links are down below. You don't have to say you can find me X, Y, and Z, because I know that can get a little bit cumbersome. And so we're going to start with Barrett.
Sweet. Hi, everybody. I'm a kidlit writer seeking traditional publishing, so that'll happen long time. Can't tell you when. Come and watch me fail at it actively on my channel. I do live stream author interviews with these three lovely people, as well as others, and Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month. Would love to see you. Congratulations on all your work, and happy Nano.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chandra Arthur. I'm a science fiction, fantasy, and historical fiction writer. I also am working with Natalie Locke on a prompt Saturday. We haven't even, I don't know that we've come up with a name for it yet. Anyway, if you want to come do flash fiction writing prompts with us, come do that Saturday mornings at 9. And yeah, it's always a good time.
That is not linked down below. But if you find Chandra somewhere else, you will figure it out.
Hey everybody, I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I know it's Nano and it's November, but if you know me and have watched my channel, you know that mental health is something that I'm an advocate for. So please be making sure that you are taking care of yourself during this month, because we all know sometimes productivity can get a little toxic. But my links are down in the description. You'll find like Instagram and everything else, because it's just a link tree with everything. But your girl has a short story that's out there in the world, and you can find it. It's the first link in the link tree. So, you know, if you want to get spookified just a tiny bit and laugh, I promise you're going to be like, ooh, then go ahead and check it out.
Hello, my name is Zarina Macha. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy, and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. I write whatever genre comes to mind. So currently I'm working on a young adult dystopian romance, and then I will be going back to a new adult thriller. So yeah, you might get anything from me going forward. My links are in the description as well. My Ko-fi page is basically the best place to follow me for social media, as well as buying my signed paperback and my outlining guide and other things to come. If you do not live in the US or Canada, you can still get a signed paperback from me by joining my VIP club tier for $8 USD a month, because in your 4th month, wherever you are in the world, you get shipped a signed paperback instead of a book plate, which is, you know, you can buy anywhere and at any time. And yeah, I have a podcast, can I speak? The 5-minute preview for the 7th episode dropped 40 minutes ago on that Ko-fi page. So if you're a supporter there for $1 a month, you can get the first 5 minutes early. Otherwise, they drop every Tuesday at 11 a.m. That is linked down below. Thank you for everyone who is here. I hope to see you at a future sprint of mine. I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays at Twitch, which is Zarina Hoffman, and on Sundays back here on YouTube. So please subscribe, hit the bell if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time.